The world of science. What if science could promise you a healthier child or the right kind of child, courtesy of a little tinkering in the test tube before your child is even conceived? It is the brave new world of designer genes, the potentially dangerous world where science delivers what the stork leaves to chance. Edie Tarbox joins us tonight with more. Edie?
Diane and Bill, many couples expecting a baby have some preference for a boy or girl, and now some are going an extra step from just wanting a certain gender to using a technique to increase their odds of getting what they want. They're opting for designer genes.
Got a lot of mileage.
Suzanne and Scott Colton have two wonderful boys, 7-year-old Scott Jr. and 4-year-old Rhett. But they wanted something more. They wanted a girl.
We always wanted a daughter.
They turned to Dr. Andrew Silverman of White Plains. Dr. Silverman is one of just 60 fertility experts worldwide who practices a technique called gender selection. He offers no guarantees, but says he can greatly increase the odds of getting a child of the gender you select. To do that, he blends technology and biology in this laboratory. He takes a sperm sample from the husband and puts it into a patented gel that separates the male and female sperm cells.
And they're collected by centrifugation to concentrate the sperm, and then an insemination is carried out, so that the fertilization actually takes place within the woman's body as natural as possible.
It was very natural for us. It was my wife and I involved in this whole process.
But the process isn't foolproof. Over the 4 years Dr. Silverman has been offering gender selection, most people get pregnant within 3 months. Those wanting a boy have a 69% success rate, while 75% of the people wanting a daughter have one. And of the 1,400 children born worldwide using this technique since its development 13 years ago, the overall success rates are 75% pre-selecting for girls and slightly lower for boys.
The success rate is also hinging on sperm number, and the female separation technique is much more successful in recovery.
The Coltons, who wanted a daughter, got one. Actually, they had two, twins. Jessica and Melissa are now 9 months old. The entire Colton family was thrilled, but behind this scientific advance lies an ethical dilemma. Some critics fear a Nazi-style pursuit of a super race, engineering not only for sex, but for eye, hair, and skin color. Dr. Silverman understands those fears and others about creating a lopsided society with too few women.
Many couples who've come to me, especially from cultures other than their own of North America, have a very strong bias for sons. And a lot of the wives will go through multiple abortions to get the sex that they want, getting a boy.
That's why Silverman does extensive counseling beforehand and prefers clients like the Coltons, who would have had the child even if it wasn't the sex they wanted.
That's one thing you have to remember going into something like this, which we did, is you have to be open-minded and just be wanting to have a child in itself, and to get the idea of whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. Because if you go into it otherwise, then I think you're hurting yourself and the child. So going into it with an open mind is what we did, and had it been a boy or twin boys, that would have been fine too.
Well, as I mentioned, most couples conceive